If you were talking to a 20-year-old like that, expect a little bit 30.
Gentlemen, breakfast is served.
Did you heat it up?
If I wanted salt on bread for breakfast, I would have had it last night.
I did have it last night, so I don't need to have any more today. I had a lot of it.
You're not doing very well today, Chris.
Breakfast of champions.
Right until we meet the veil of night. All right.
Moto photos adventures. It's on the road.
Wait a minute. I hear that we've had an update to that song.
Oh yeah?
Moto, photo, U-turn.
There it is.
Which they do a lot.
Welcome back to Steve Roos Rides. Frank has recoined our channel. However, I think it's going to die very quickly after the editing of this video.
Welcome back to Moto Photo Adventures. Guys, what a great campsite last night, huh?
Oh,
kidding, man. We
Didn't
went
take
back
any
in time.
time to get the tent pitched.
I know.
Yeah, perfect.
The
What a great
driest
view.
campsite.
The view was obstructed by all the power lines, if you'll notice by one of my photos on Facebook earlier. But the beds were nice.
Oh wait. We got completely sucked in with weather yesterday. It was the only bad day of weather we've had, but on our way down here, we just kind of got a little bit worn out. You know, when you're riding in rain and sleet and you're concentrating a little bit harder because the roads are slick, you get a little bit tireder a little bit earlier. So we decided to just grab a little Airbnb cabin.
Awesome.
And what's the name of this town?
Don't recall.
Port.
Begins with an H?
Hawksbill.
Hawkesbury or something like that.
Where are we, Chris?
We are in Port Hawkesbury, riding yesterday through the worst weather we've had. We've had beautiful weather this whole trip, and we ended up in a little bit of spitting rain most of the day. Kind of slick roads, which takes a little extra concentration, a little extra effort, so we got a little worn out before we reached our destination, and we didn't want to set our tents up in the rain, right?
Correct.
And pack them in the rain.
And pack them in the rain.
Yeah, that's even worse.
So we decided to grab a quick little Airbnb cabin behind us.
AKA credit card camping.
That's right.
Ordered some pizza.
Ordered some pizza. Did a little bit of sink laundry. So yeah, we're ready to continue on the trip. But what a great campsite!
Yes, sir.
It's a cool little cabin. 4-bedroom. It's awesome.
Yep.
So what's the plan for today and the destination for today, sir?
Oh my
Sir
gosh.
Sherpa?
I gotta look now. We're gonna head down back to the East Coast, and while that car goes by, I'll check this. I do have today's itinerary planned out and mapped out, and I'll be following the little dotted line. But just so you know, we are headed towards Peggy's Cove. Those of you who don't know, Peggy's Cove is a gorgeous little picturesque fishing village on the East Coast. But somewhere along the way today, we're going to cross over a really cool little ferry. It's one of those motorized ferries. We're going to see the Cape Brickerton Lighthouse, which is kind of a picturesque little lighthouse on the East Coast. And we're going to stop for coffee at the Marmalade Cafe.
I'm a huge coffee fanatic, so I absolutely love it.
Ooh, coffee.
But ultimately, we're going to end up near Peggy's Cove, camping on a beautiful site right on the beach. Stick around, you guys. We have a great show coming.
And what are they supposed to do, Frank?
Like and subscribe. And hit a button. The bell. Hit the bell.
We all have things that clutter up our minds. Responsibilities, bills, our work, things we have to do during the week, the honey-do lists. The lists go on and on and on. And that's why we ride motorcycles. But then, of course, we have other things that we have to think about. Tire pressure, fuel, destination, other cars on the road. So, with all of the things that we're already thinking about, how can we remember what's the important things? Well, I'm here to give you one less thing to think about. scmotolawyer.com. Rick Stewart. He's a motorcycle rider just like us and knows when you need a break. You need to get out on the road. You need to clear your head. But one thing you don't want to have to think about is what happens if something bad happens. Take a screenshot of what I've got up on the screen. Put it in your phone. It's one less thing to think about. And I also want to encourage you to visit his Facebook page. I'll put a link down in the description so you can follow what's going on, the events that he's going to be at, and the things that he sponsors. We're proud to have Rick as one of our sponsors on our Moto Photo channel, and here's thinking about you.
I give Jason a time code of 911.
Pick up.
I need a little chopping block. What do they call those things?
Oh, you're talking about a slate.
Yeah, the slate with the... How about the locks? Did you see that there's a set of locks?
Oh, that's cool. Well, this is the bridge or causeway to Cape Breton, you guys. What'd you think of the Cabot Trail in Cape Breton?
And that was some fun riding.
Unbelievable.
And we won't even begin to talk about the sea. That was incredible.
And the size of the seagulls were incredible.
The eagles of the sea.
There's a few of them, that's for sure.
But yeah, the twisty mountain roads, the coastal views, Cape Breton Island, and Cabot Trail did not disappoint.
Not at all.
But now we're going to start a new adventure and check out the mainland of Nova Scotia.
Heading along the southern coast.
Eastern/southern. We don't know which way it's actually angled, do we?
And I know we talked about it in the intro, but you want to recap again, Chris?
No, let's not do the recap, but I do want the weather.
You want the weather?
I do want the weather.
I thought you'd never ask.
As Dave Matthews would say, let's talk about the weather.
Well, you are in for a treat today, y'all. It is presently 73 degrees, the high of 77, and while it is partly cloudy, it will become more sunny.
Whoa, beauty, eh?
It's going to become bright. Your future is bright, young man. I tell you, your future is bright.
So in your infinite wisdom and your ability to predict, are you thinking that yesterday's rain was the only rain we're going to have the entire trip?
Based on what I've seen, there is a strong potential.
Man,
I never say never, but yeah, I think that we got it behind us.
if that ends up being the case, man, we are lucky campers.
We hit the jackpot for weather, that's for sure.
I mean,
We brought
especially
the sunshine with us.
that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody talks about how crappy the weather is in New England area, so we broke that mold.
We are in a good. It's going to be a good day of riding, boys.
Awesome. And cut. plates are one of those things you pay for and hope you never have to use. But when you do,
And
you're glad you had it.
yes, you are.
Wow.
That's crazy. There's never any rhyme or reason why you take up a rock.
Uh-huh. Just happens. Dude, this is awesome, man. This is a great little road. Right along the coast. Cute.
But rip-rap to the right, trees to the left.
Beautiful.
And a lot of little potholes in between.
Well, that's only if you don't know how to dodge them.
Or you just aim for them.
Just gotta dodge them right. How about that road, though, man? Coming across the ridge there and over to the coast. That was a beautiful little road, wasn't it?
Awesome.
Water crossing.
My shoes dried. To no avail.
Wow.
Should have had my galoshes on.
Or your camera, your condoms. What are they called? Boot condoms.
Boot condoms. They worked really well. They just weren't quite durable enough.
Mm.
When I buy them again, I take them around. You just never know.
I think we're here.
Off-road vehicles are prohibited from operating in this valley.
What did it say?
Off-road vehicles are prohibited from.
Uh-huh. Wow, this is a great little alleyway up the trees.
Kind of cool.
Little nature walk. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Look at the little lighthouse.
Oh, it's like there's two of them.
Rattle. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Made it. I'll turn around so that I got you guys.
Holy smokes! Did I do you guys wrong? The road to Brickerton Lighthouse. Tell me about it.
That was absolutely the best coastline we've seen because we were this close to the water and you could just hear the crashing of the rocks. The view of the islands, it's amazing. This is the best I've seen yet, and we've been here for 1,000 miles.
I mean, it was like all coastline, beautiful shores, lots of water, lots of twisties. I know you could do better.
Even the twisties up and over the ridges there that were just fantastic. We rode through some farmland. I mean, oh, what a day so far.
Hello.
Oh, hi. There are people in here.
Yeah. And the door's always open.
Oh.
Except when we go home for supper.
Isn't that what they say at,
Yeah. Come
Really?
on in, the door's open. Yeah.
What is the deal with this place? We just kind of saw it on a map. We're riding around. We heard there were some pretty roads to get here.
Yeah.
What's the
Well, when you
history?
pass the lower parking lot area, there is a sign that you come in here to pay.
Oh,
But to use the park, because we do a guided tour through this 3 floors of this building.
uh-huh.
And then if you're going on any of the trails at all, we have maps here that
Okay.
takes you on the trails. If you face it this way, it's accurate because this is this building here. And this is actually our working lighthouse
Okay.
next door.
We
And-
thought maybe that was like an old one. This is the new one, but that's not the case.
No, it's
This
the other
is
way
just
around.
The interpretive center. Okay.
Right, because this used to be the lighthouse.
Okay.
Right? This is actually that one over there is actually the third one.
Huh.
And then this here is our guest cottage right here, which
So
there's
people can
different trails.
rent?
Yes,
Okay.
that's the original Lightkeeper's cottage too.
Oh,
they
very
did live
cool.
in this building for a while.
That was before it went electric.
This building was not electric, actually.
Huh.
So the original building was built in 1901, the original lighthouse.
Uh-huh.
And then it burned down in the late 20s. This was built, finished in 1930.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they started automating the lighthouses in Nova Scotia, that's when they built the Lightkeeper's Cottage.
Uh-huh.
But ours wasn't automated until 1988.
Holy
So
cow,
it's over.
that's recent.
Yes, it's over there because they didn't think this wooden structure at the time could handle the heavy mechanism for it.
Oh.
So that's why it's over there.
Does the horn go off all the time?
Only when it senses fog.
Oh,
It's an automatic sensor.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it is. I think we heard it every day for the month of July. It's so foggy. Well, because sometimes the fog would be right up to our shoreline.
Yeah.
You look over here, the guest cottage,
It's fine.
it's clear.
Oh,
Right.
But as long as it senses fog, it will continue to blow.
That's pretty interesting.
So, and all foghorns have their own sequence of sound. Ours is 3 seconds on, 3 seconds off, 3 seconds on, 51 seconds of silence. They all stay within that 1 minute time frame.
really?
So that's so a ship, when it hears it, it knows which lighthouse and can determine.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, how far out at sea can they see the light?
12 hours is set for 12 miles, which is where our shipping lanes are. So we actually do get to see the container ships. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're
Amazing.
designed to match the lights.
That's crazy.
Huh.
Pretty well as best they can.
Ah.
But you have to remember they're crystal glass.
And what do they call the lenses? Is it I heard-
Fresnel.
Fresnel lenses, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
crystal
Wow.
glass. Yeah.
Made by, because we're photographers, but I'd heard of that. I
We
think it
have
was a
one
French
here.
guy invented it, right?
We have the original glass lens here was the last one that was in this lighthouse here. You can see by the red paint. Now, of course, it didn't have the electric light in it at the time,
Uh-huh.
right? Because everything was used with originally whale oil and then kerosene
Mm-hmm.
before electricity came around. But yeah, that's that one.
And you have your whale sticker on your pin.
Yeah.
Do you guys
So-
actually see whales from the shore here?
Yes. We
Really?
were just talking about this. Couple was inquiring about it. Yes, but because we are in the migrating lanes for the whales,
Mm-hmm.
we see them basically in the spring and the fall when they're migrating.
Okay.
Occasionally you'll see one through the season, but not
Not
too
that
often.
often. Huh.
No, but I have this on because we are just a couple of bays over.
Mm-hmm.
We are getting the first whale sanctuary being built in North America.
Wow.
The idea is to get all the whales out of captivity. So you remember
Oh,
the movie
yeah.
Free Willy?
Yeah.
Okay, well the gentleman that actually freed Willie is the man that's in charge of our project
No
here,
way.
along with Dr. Laurie Morano. the
That
whale
movie made me
specialist.
cry.
He got free. They took him, they found his pod up to Iceland, his family pod. They took him up there. They thought it would take 1 year to retrain him.
Jump, Free Willy! Jump!
Took 4 because it kept coming back. Because that's what he's trained to do, right?
Wow.
We're doing lots of, studies
Mhm.
because there's eelgrass. They don't want to disturb the eelgrass. So when they put the nets down and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there used to be some gold mines over there, so there's multiple studies on the lands and stuff,
Mhm,
which
mhm.
have come back fine because it's been long enough, I guess.
Uh-huh.
They've made a deal with the local fishermen
Mm-hmm.
to purchase everything that they catch,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not enough.
Mm.
So they have to build buildings, for
So that's
storage.
that's to incentivize the fishermen, so they continue to support your endeavors.
Exactly. Because we are in the migrating lanes, quite often belugas do break away from the pod.
Uh-huh.
And they'll spend the summer here. And people jump in the water and paddle
No
in.
way.
Oh yeah. Now, and you will see seals here quite often, especially right now because the mackerel are running.
Mm.
So seals follow the food chain, right?
Mm.
They actually want to remove all the seals.
Seals follow the mackerel. So,
So
what,
just
what
as-
follows seals?
It's like that scene in a movie.
Sharks.
Oh.
So you do see the dorsal fins once in a while.
Oh,
too.
that's
There was a
cool.
big shark actually
I'm not a big fan of sharks either.
a few weeks ago right there in
Uh-huh.
Fisherman's Harbor.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So if
And-
we're following the coastline south from here, south, I guess, towards Halifax, we should keep an eye out on the water for seals,
Oh,
on
for
the
sure.
rocks for seals.
Oh, for sure. Actually, those rocks streaked around there. If it was sunny out, you'd probably see seals lounging on those rocks. They swim along here all the time
Huh.
because of the mackerel here, right?
Right.
So yeah, we do see them quite often out here.
Have you ever taken the ferry across the river?
Oh yes,
So when we head south, is it okay to do that?
yes.
It's one of only 4 cable-drawn ferries, I think, in
Well,
Nova Scotia.
Yeah, this is a picture of it right here. This is the cable pier. It's only 10 minutes. ferry ride.
Wow, that's
So
cool.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And it runs
this
every-
was our brand new one. It was christened, of course, in 2021.
Uh-huh.
The Theodore O'Hara, named after our first lightkeeper here.
Oh.
It leaves this end at every quarter after and quarter to.
Okay. What a great view from the yacht. What a great job. I know her view. I mean, come on.
I know. Well, because the channel